Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number 2. Yes, day number 2, week 10 for 2024 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this evening's classes. We are going to continue on our journey of, anyone can remember the topic that we did yesterday? Anyone can
Order
remember?
of operations.
Order of operations, very good, order of operations. Now for order of operations, the P stands for what? What does the P stands for?
Parenthesis.
Parentheses, very good. The E stands for
Exponents.
exponents. And when we say exponents, what do we mean? We mean
Square roots.
square roots.
And another number on top.
Very good. Powers.
Number.
Yeah.
A number that you have to multiply.
Yes. Yes, very good. Cubes, squares, right? That's what we mean when we say square exponent. Yes, that's what we did yesterday. So, and then multiplication. For PEMDAS, what does the M stand for?
Multiplication.
And what does the D stand for?
Division.
Division. What does the A stands for?
Addition.
What does the A stands for?
Addition.
And what does the S stands for?
Subtraction.
Subtraction.
Subtraction, very good. Subtraction. So let me ask you a question. When it comes to multiplication and when it comes to multiplication and division, which one comes first for multiplication and division? Which one comes first?
Multiplication.
Which one? What?
They're
What?
equally weighted.
Multiplication.
One comes first, going left to right.
Very good. They are equally weighted. When we say they're equally weighted, Alea, what does that mean? When we say they're equally weighted, what does that mean? Alea, when we say they're equally weighted, what does that mean?
Oh, whichever one comes first from left to right.
Very good.
You-
Whatever. Good. Go ahead.
I don't know, I was done.
Whatever comes first from left to right, that's what we do. So if division comes first, then we do the division.
Division.
If the multiplication comes first, then we do the multiplication. All right, that makes sense. All right, then we have addition and subtraction. Which one comes first? Addition or subtraction?
Addition.
Addition? You sure?
Whatever.
Whichever
comes
one
first
is
from
first
left
and
to
going
right.
from left to right.
Yeah, whatever comes first from left to right.
like the last one.
Yeah, they are also equally weighted. So whatever comes first from left to right. Truly, for multiplication and division, it doesn't matter which one you do first. It really doesn't matter. Still get the same answer. But for multiplication and division, you have to ensure that you really do it from left to right. Okay. So that's what we did yesterday. Today we're gonna continue with that. Remember, we did a bonus question. So hopefully today we could tackle that. We might be able to tackle it. I'm not sure. So if we have enough time, but we definitely have to do that. We definitely have to do that particular problem before we finish the whole order of operation thing. So let's head up. Write this down for me, please. Please write this down in your book. This is going to be, my name is Mr. Petit. Today is what? Tuesday? Tuesday, the 5th of November, 2024. The subject is, of course, mathematics. And the topic is order of operations. We're gonna call this one part 2. I'm gonna call this one part 2. Okay, so let's consider another problem. We're gonna do several of these tonight. Please write this down. Again, make sure write this down for me. All right, let's begin. Okay, so let's begin with our first question. Based on what we did last night, you all should be able to do this one, but let's see. So the question states, so let's say that we have where is Ajani? Ajani, can you hear me? Where's Ajani? I can't. Antoine, are you there? Where's Antoine?
Yes, sir.
Antoine, you ready? Right, what we have on the screen so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let's say for this one, I have 8 divided by 2. Please do not shout the answer. Put the answer inside the chat, please. Don't shout the answer. 8 divided by 2 multiplied by 5 plus, write this down for me, please. Plus 3 minus 4 squared. Do not shout the answer. Put the answer inside the chat if you know how to do it. Do not shout the answer.
So, Mr. Petit, right,
Uh-huh.
what we think we should do first or just answer the whole thing?
What I need you to do is I need you to and write it down in your book properly and then put your answer inside the chat. What you think the answer is. All right. Okay, put your answers inside the chat for me, please. I only see Sharon, Spencer, the rest of you. Put your answers inside the chat for me, please. Put your answers inside the chat. Put your answers inside the chat. Okay. Someone says 16. Put your answers inside the chat, please. Shalise, where's Shalise? Shalise, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You saw the work I sent you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you doing that now?
Yes, sir.
What are y'all on in class? What topic y'all on, Shalise? Oh, you can't remember.
I can't remember. I'm not.
Okay, no problem. Well, I need to know what that is so that I can help you with that specifically. Okay, so once you know, then message me what it is. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Question: what y'all have for this as y'all answer? What y'all have?
7.
76.
76. Someone said 76. 7.
I have 7.
7.
7.
I have 7.
I wasn't able to answer. I had a bunch of stuff.
7. I see Patrick said 1.6. That's what you got, Patrick?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Linda said 16. Or Lindia said 16. Jaden Branchador. Where's Jaden? What you got, Jaden?
16.
16. And Rodrigo Roll, what did you get, Rodrigo?
7.
Rodrigo, you said 76.
Yes, sir.
76. And then who got 11.74? Who got 11.74? Someone got 11.74. The rest of y'all, what did y'all get?
7.
7.
7.
17. Anyone got any? Okay, 17. Okay, so for this one, based on PEMDAS, what should we do first?
We should
The 4 squared. 4
We have-
squared.
What we have to do first?
4 squared.
4 squared.
4 squared. Okay. We have to do the 4 squared. 1 second. Let me correct this. We have to do 4 squared. So that's going to be equal to, what is 4 squared?
4 times 4.
What is 4 squared?
4 times 4.
4 times
times
4.
4, which is 16.
Which is 16. So it's going to be 2 times 5. Okay, 2 times 5. Plus 3. Why do we do the 4 squared first? Why do we do the 4
Because
squared?
it's a parentheses. You do the parentheses first.
Why do we do the 4 squared first?
Because you do the parentheses first.
Because we do the parentheses first. Very good. So we have 4 squared, which is equal to what?
16.
4 times 4.
16.
And what is 4 times 4?
16.
16. Very good.
16.
Good. So we have 16 now. Then after that, we have division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Which one are we going to do first?
The multiplication.
Say it again.
The multiplication.
Multiplication.
The multiplication.
Division.
Give me one moment. I'm trying to figure out who this is in the chat. Who's not supposed to be here? I don't know who this is. 1 second. Okay, so we have, you're saying that we have to do the division or the multiplication first?
Multiplication.
The multiplication? No, you should not, you're not the multiplication.
Division.
Division. The division.
8 divided by 2 first.
Have to do division. Why you have to do division first?
Because the division
It appears first.
really read it.
Yes, the
Right.
division
Comes-
comes first. The division comes first from left to right. So it's going to be equal to 8 divided by 2, which is what? 8 divided by 2, which is what?
4.
4. Very- 8 divided by 2, which is 4. And so we say 4 times what?
5
4 times 5 is what?
Plus 3.
plus 3 minus
Plus 3
Minus 16.
minus 16. Very good. Okay, now are we gonna multiply, add, or subtract?
multiply.
Multiply. Now we can multiply. So now this is gonna be equal to, what is 4 times 5?
20.
4 times 5 is 20. 20. So it's gonna be 20 plus what?
3.
Plus 3 minus what?
16.
Minus 16. Good. Now we're gonna add, right?
Yeah.
Because the addition comes first from left to right. 20
Yes.
plus 3 is what?
23.
20 plus 3 is?
23.
20 plus 3 is?
23.
23. 20 plus 3 is 23. And then we have 23. What are we gonna do with the 16?
Minus it.
Subtracted from 16. And I got 7.
And 23 minus 16 is what?
7.
Anyone else got 7?
I did.
I got 7.
Anyone else got 7?
I did.
Crimson?
I did.
Okay, good.
I did. Yes, 7.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Y'all understand how I got this? Let me know if y'all understand how I got this, please.
No,
Like, I did a little differently though.
You could do another one, please.
I could do another one, no problem. Kyla, you understand how I get this, Kyla? Who else needed me to do another example?
I do.
Okay. Let me do another example. So notice how my stuff is neatly written. You need to have all your lines, each step by step, just like how I have this, just like this. I need to see all the steps because something like this is worth 3 points. So you need to show all the steps, okay?
The teachers could be on IBJC.
So this is gonna be they always bring order of operations or so it might not look exactly like this. So for example, it might look something different, but you have to know the rule. PEMDAS, PEMDAS, okay? So parentheses first, then exponents, then multiplication or division from left to right, whatever comes first from left to right, then addition or subtraction, okay? Let's do another one. Number 2. Let's say that I have, is there anyone who was, let's see, let me unmute some people. Okay, good. Sorry. Okay, let's do another one. So for this one, it's going to be very similar to the previous one that I just gave you. Okay, so let me put this here. And give me 1 second. Let me write down this question. Okay, good. So we say that we have, let's say we have 20 divided by 5 multiplied by 7 plus 4 minus 3 squared. Okay, so 20 divided by 5 times 7. Again, the same thing. Put your answer inside the chat for me, please. Put your answer in the chat. But I want you to answer it in your book, just like how I have it, okay? So before you put your answer inside the chat, answer it properly, just like how I have it. Step by step. And then put your answer inside the chat for me, please.
That's flipping up, though.
Oh, there we go. I don't know who this is. I don't know who it is. Put your answer inside the chat for me, please. Again, put your answer inside the chat for me, please. Okay, thank you, Amari. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Cameron. Thank you, Malaya, Devo. Okay, good. What did y'all get?
23.
23.
23.
What did y'all get?
23.
23? Okay. Anyone else, anyone got another answer other than 23?
No, I got 23.
You got
I
23?
got 30.
You got 30? Cameron, you
Yes, sir.
got 30?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
I just put my answer in the chat.
23.
I just put my answer in the chat.
Okay. All right. So what's the first one we're gonna do? We're gonna what's the first
Deal
one
with
we're
that
gonna
exponent.
deal with the exponents, right? So we have what? 20 divided by 5 multiplied by 7 plus 4 minus what? 3 squared. What is 3 squared? What is 3 squared?
9.
3 squared is 3 times 3, which is what?
9.
9.
Which is 9. Very good. So it's going to be 9. 3 squared is 9. Okay, good. So it's going to be equal to 20. What are we going to do? We're going to divide or we're going to multiply first?
Divide.
Gonna divide.
We're going to divide. We're going to divide. So we have 20 divided by 5, which is what?
40.
20 divided by 5 is?
4.
7.
4.
20 divided by 5 is? 4, yeah. So 20 divided by 5 is 4, multiplied by 7 plus what?
4.
Plus 4 minus what?
9.
Minus 9. Okay, what are we going to do at this point?
You're going to multiply 4 times 7.
What are we going to do? Multiply 4 times 7.
4 times 7.
That's all.
4 times 7 is what?
28.
28. Very good. 28. 4 times 7 is 28 plus what?
4.
Plus 4
Minus 9.
minus 9. Okay. Next, we have it's going to be equal to, we're going to add or subtract first?
Add.
Add. So we have,
Divide.
so we have 28. 28 plus 4 is what?
32.
28 plus 4 is 32. So we have 32 minus what?
9.
Minus 9.
Minus
You're
9.
23.
Very good. So 32 minus 9 is what?
Mr. Petit, you like what?
3.
3. Okay. 32 minus 9 is?
23.
23. Very good. Okay, so 32 minus 9 is 23. Good. All right, anyone else go at 23?
I did.
I did.
I did.
Yes, sir.
Okay, excellent. So 23 is the answer. All right, so anyone do not understand how I got this? Let me know if you don't understand. Who do not understand? If you understand how I got this, please put I inside the chat. If you understand how I got this, please put I in the chat. If you understand how I got this, please put I inside the chat. If you are unable to speak, please raise your hand so I could unmute you. Okay, what I want you all to do is take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay. Please take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. You can do either one in this case. Okay, you nearly, Zion, you understand this? Shekinah, do you understand this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Nishka, where's Nishka? Nishka, where's Nishka? Nishka, can you hear me? Nishka Dorsey, Nishka Dorsey, where's Nishka? Okay, Nishka, I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Nishka, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Lindira, what happened? You said you can't can't get into class?
Pardon me?
You said you can't get into the class? That's what you're saying?
No, sir.
Why? Nishka, why so you can't? I mean, Lindira, why so you can't get in the class?
They said you get up, you put me out, and you said I can't come back. You
Why?
remove me from your class.
Why did I remove you? Why did I remove you? Okay, so let's do another one. Okay, have y'all sent the work to me already?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I better work.
No, sir.
Okay. Wyatt? Wyatt?
Oh, send it right now. I ain't gonna send it right now.
Okay, no problem.
Tell me when you.
Okay, Wyatt, you need to take a screenshot of this because we're gonna move this.
I'm gonna work.
Okay, Caleb. Yes.
Mr. Petit, I done, you know. I done.
Oh,
I
you
just gotta
finished?
take picture.
Okay. All right, let's move on. For the grade exercise, let's go on grade exercise. I'm gonna give you all three of them. Exercise number 1.
I finished yet, Mr. Peter.
Okay. 1 second. I'm gonna bring it back to that first slide, okay? Just give me a
Okay,
moment.
you know I did.
Yeah, no problem. Instructions.
Mr.
Simplify.
Batik.
Go ahead.
Mr. Batik.
Go ahead. Simplify. Okay, let's go ahead and answer these. So for number one, we have, I just want to give you all three. None. Okay, so let's say we have 18 divided by, is a division sign. So 18 divided by 2 multiplied by 3 plus 7 minus 2 squared number 2. Let's say we have 72 divided by 8 multiplied by 4 minus 3 squared. And then number 3, let's say we have 28 divided by 4 multiplied by 5 minus, let's say multiplied by 8. Minus 4 squared. Yeah, let's do it like that. Minus 4 squared. Minus 4 squared. Jeremiah Thurston, what number you on? Jeremiah Thurston, what number you on? Aiden Bean, what number you on, Aiden?
Number 2.
Number 2. Ann Jane, where's Ann Jane? What number you on?
Yeah, I'm on number 1.
Is that your name, Ann Jane?
Yes.
Okay, and Zion Davis, where's Zion Davis? Zion Davis, are you there?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
Number 2.
Do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Excuse me, Mr. Deputy.
you finish? Is there anyone else who's finished?
I am.
I am.
Okay. All right, who said they're finished? Who said they're finished?
Emerson.
Okay.
Me.
Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. For those of you who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. And then put your answer in the chat for me once you finish, okay? Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp and then put your answer inside the chat. Anicia, what number you on, Anicia? Anicia Murray, what number you on?
I'm done.
You finished as well? Okay, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Danielle Curry, what number you on?
I'm done, Mr. Petit.
You're done, Trinity? Take a picture of your work and send it to me. Where's Danielle?
Finishing up number 3 right now.
Finishing up number 3 right now, okay. And Derica Curry, what number you on?
I'm on number 3.
Number 3, okay. Once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp and then put your answers inside the chat for me. Where is Go ahead, Trayvon.
I put my answers in the chat and I send them pictures now.
Okay, good. Okay, that's good. Brianna Moss, what number you on?
I'm on number 3.
Number 3, okay, good. Denvor, what number you on, Denvor? Denvor, what number you on? Simone McKinney, what number you on, Simone? Simone McKinney, what number you on? I can't hear from Simone. Tiffany Morris, what number you on? Tiffany Morris, what number you on?
I on number 2.
Number 2. Tori Miller. Tori Miller. Where's Tori Miller?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
2.
Number 2. You understand what to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to say yes or no, sir. Okay, so do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down in your book?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, what's your number?
Mega 6 with.
Yeah, send it, put it inside the chat. Because I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Do you know my number?
Yeah, I'm gonna text you.
Okay, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. Okay, so let's move on to y'all say y'all finished with number 1, right? What did y'all get for number 1?
30.
30.
30. The first thing we're gonna do is we're going to 2 squared, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is 2 squared? That's gonna be what? What is 2 squared? 2 squared is 2 times 2, which is what? 4. Next, we divide. What is 18 divided by 2? 9. Multiplied by 3. Plus what? Plus 7. Minus what? Minus 4. What is 9 times 3?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, I send my work.
Perfect.
27.
What is 9 times 3?
27.
27. Plus 7.
7.
Minus what?
4.
Minus 4. 27 plus 7 is what?
34.
34? That's correct. Let me see. 27 plus 7 is 34. That's correct. 34. And 34 minus what?
4.
Minus 4. And 34 minus 4 is what?
Equals 30.
30. 30. Very good. 30. Is there anyone else who got this right? Anyone else got 30? Even if you got 30?
I did.
Okay, okay, good, perfect.
Oh, Mr. Petit, they did a little bit different, but like it's still the same thing technically.
What did you do different?
I basically like just go left and right, and like I leave the exponent. Like I don't do the exponent first.
Always do the exponents first. All right, always do the exponents first.
I do mine different too.
When you say different, what do you mean?
I skip that whole step on top of 9 times 3 times. I mean plus 7
That's
4. I do 9 times 3 plus 7 equals 2 times 2. Then 27 plus 7 equals 4. Then 34 subtract
That's
4
fine.
equals 2.
That's fine. That's fine. But you have to do the exponents first. Okay, next. What do y'all have for number 2?
27.
25.
20 what?
25.
27.
27. Okay. So what is 3 squared? What is 3 squared?
9. 3 times 3.
3 times 3, which
9.
is 9. And then we do 72 divided by 8, which is what?
9.
72 divided by 8 is 9. So it's going to be
Times
9.
4.
9 times 4. minus what?
9.
Minus 9. 9 times 4 is what?
34.
36.
9 times 4 is what?
36.
36. Oh, 36. And 36 minus 9 is what?
27.
27. Very good. Anyone else got this right? Anyone else got this right? Let me know.
I
please.
did.
Did.
27.
Got it right.
27. Very
I
good.
got that.
27. And then last but not least, what y'all got for number 3?
40.
48.
56.
40.
40.
40.
40.
40.
40. Okay. So we have 4 times 8. What is 4 squared?
16.
16.
16.
4.
16. Very good. And then this is going to be 28 divided by 4 is what?
7.
7. Then we do 7 times 8
56.
minus 16. What is 7 times 8?
56.
56.
56. Very good. 56. 56 minus 16
40.
is going to be equal to 40. So the answer is 40. Anyone got all 3 right? Let me know if you got all 3 right.
I did.
Yes, sir.
Anyone got all 3 right? Let me know, please.
Yes, I did.
I did.
Excellent. Excellent.
I did.
Very good. 2 to 3. Anyone got 1 wrong? Anyone got 1 wrong? 1 wrong.
I did.
Okay, 1 wrong. 1 wrong. Which one y'all got wrong?
I did.
Which one?
I
Which
did
one?
the last
Which one? The last one?
Number 1, because I thought it was
I
8
got
instead
the
of
first one
18.
wrong.
Number 1, because I didn't see the
I
1
get
in
number
18.
1.
I got
Okay.
number 1 wrong because I thought it was 8.
You thought it was an 8. Okay. All right, good. So perfect. So put an I inside the chat if you feel like you understand this topic so far. Put an I inside the chat if you feel like you understand this topic so far. Put an N if you think that you do not understand it. Put an N if you do not understand it. Put an I inside the chat if you feel like you understand this topic so far. Okay, let's move on to another question. So again, put an I inside the chat if you feel like you understand it so far. Put an N if you do not understand it. All right.
Mr. Petit,
Yes, ma'am.
can you? Oh, it's back.
It's back. Okay,
Never
good.
mind.
Okay, good. So let's go on and see another example.
Can you go back, please, for a second?
Okay, I can. Okay, more examples. So quickly, this is the previous slide. So let's look at more examples because they could come in different ways. And I want you to be prepared for all the different ways that it could come.
Thank you.
No problem. So for this one, I want you to put your answer inside the chat. Also write this down in your book as well. All right. So to say, Chanel Jones, are you there? Where's Chanel? Chanel Jones, can you hear me? Is Chanel Jones here? I don't know if she can hear me. So let's say, for example, we have something like this. This is not good. So this is going to be, this is number 1. Let's say we have 10 plus 4 multiplied by 32 divided by 8. What do we do here?
Just add in the brackets first.
Bracket first.
Brackets first. So it's going to be 10 plus what? Plus 4 times what? What is 32 divided by
Times
8?
4.
32 divided by 8 is 4. And let me do what at this point?
Multiply.
Multiply by what?
10.
Multiply
4 times 4.
4 times 4.
4 times 4.
4 times
It
4.
gives you 16.
And that gives you 16. Very good.
And 10 plus 16 is 26.
And then we do 10 plus 16, which is
26.
26. Good. Do you all understand how I got this? 26. Understand how I got that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Amari,
Yeah.
Demerit, do you
sir.
understand? Amari, Demerit. Amari, Demerit, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Where's Amari, Demerit? Amari, can you hear me, Amari? How about Calvin? Calvin, you understand this, Calvin?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sorry, yes, I understand.
Okay, and Dior, you understand this, Dior?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Dior, did you send me your notices yet?
No, sir.
Yeah, I need you to take a picture of your notes and send it to me, Dior.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. T.
Yes, Ray. Ray, what happened? I haven't seen you in a while. What happened?
Like, I
Yes.
had like a lot of stuff.
Say it again. Say it again, Ray.
I was busy with school.
Busy with school stuff. Okay. All right. When it's like that, just text me and let me know that you're not gonna be able to come. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You understand the first one, or you want me to do another example?
May you, when you do another example?
Yes, I can.
Oh, no,
Where?
Fine.
All right, no problem. It's Lindira. Lindira, can you hear me now? Lindira,
Yes, sir.
can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, perfect. Okay, let's do another example. So for this one, I want you to try this one on your own. So this one is to do by yourself. Don't ask nobody else. Do it on your own. So let's say we have let's say we have 13. This one is to do it by yourself in your book, and then you do it by yourself in your book, and then you go put your answers out the chat. So we have 13 plus 4 multiplied by 28 once you, like I said, put the answers inside the chat. Once you've already worked it out in your book. 28 divided by 7. Don't shout out the answer, just put the answer inside the chat. 13 plus 4 times 28 divided by 7. Put your answer inside the chat for me, please, once you got it. Again, put your answer inside the chat once you got it. 28 divided by 7. 13 plus 4 times 28 divided by 7. Put your answer inside the chat for me once you think that you got it. Joseph Kalma, where's Joseph Kalma? Joseph Kalma, are you there? Where's Joseph Kalma? Joseph Kalma.
Yes, sir.
Joseph, you have to send me your notes.
Oh, yes, sir. I have them.
You have to send me a note. You have to send me it.
Yes, sir.
Shekinah?
You want us to put our answers in?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, put your answers inside the chat, yes.
Yes, sir.
Shekinah, you are answering this?
Yes, sir.
What you got?
I haven't finished this yet.
You finished yet? Okay. Put the answer inside the chat once you got it. What did y'all get? What did y'all get?
29.
29.
Hi.
You said 39?
29.
Yes, sir. 29.
Yes, sir.
Wait,
I got
29.
wait, 29 or 39? Which one?
29. I got
29.
29.
39.
Okay.
39.
Oh, Cleveland, you got 39.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Cleveland is saying 39, and some people are saying 29. Where's Ray Hall? Ray, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Ray, what is 28 divided by 7?
And that's 4.
That's 4. Very good. So it's going to be 4. Because we always do the parentheses first, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. And then after that, we have, it's going to be equal to 13 plus, what is 4 times 4?
16.
16. And so we have to add now, right? We have to say 13 plus what? 16. And that gives us what?
It's 29.
29.
3 plus 6 is
9.
9. And 1 plus 1 is
2.
2.
Mr.
Batiste, would
2.
it be positive 29 or just 29?
Positive 29 and 29 are the same thing.
Mr. Petit, you breaking up.
The answer is 29. Anyone else got 29? Let me know, please, if you got 29.
I got
Did.
29, 29, 29. Good stuff.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, you breaking up.
Antoine, your internet is slow. That's why you're a lag. All right, let's do another one. So for this one, I'm gonna move the slide because this is we're entering into a different type of question. So you have to please pay close attention to this. But I want to check and see if y'all could get it on the first try before I teach you it. So I'm just gonna put it on the screen. If you think that you could get it on the first try, try it out, and then we can answer it together. All right. Anyone think that they can get it on the first try?
me.
Crimson.
Me.
Okay.
No.
All right. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else?
No, Mr. Petit, I didn't get it right now.
Okay, no problem. So this is gonna be, let's call this example 1 because we're gonna do multiple of these. So try this. I've never taught you all this one before, this type, but try this one. So we're gonna say negative 6 squared
Never mind.
plus, open bracket, 10 minus 14, close bracket, to the 3rd power, divided by 4. All right, try it. Try it and see.
I think I know how to do this.
You think you know how to do it? Anyone want to try it? Anyone
I
else
think I could get it.
You want to try
I'm
it?
good. I might cry.
I will try it.
Try it out. Try it out. Try it out.
I might cry if I try this.
30 seconds to try it out. 30 seconds. Anyone want to try to try it out? Put your answers inside the chat for me.
Mr. Petit, I don't understand this one. This one looking hard.
It just look hard. Don't worry. Math is easy. Don't make it hard. It might look hard, but it's easy. Okay, so
Mr. Petit, math ain't easy.
math is easy. Don't make it hard. Okay. Okay, put your answer inside the chat for me, please. Sharon got an answer. Danielle got an answer. Again, put your answer inside the chat for me, please. Okay. Again, put your answers inside the chat for me. Okay, let me split the screen so we could have that split already. So. Okay, good.
Is the answer negative 44?
Negative 44. By the way, what did y'all get? What did y'all get, by the way, for y'all answer? What y'all got?
Positive 40.
Positive what?
48.
48, 25, negative 25, negative 44, 33. Anyone got 20? Anyone got 20? Anyone got 20?
Me, I literally just get 20. I just get 20. Just get
20? Okay. 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 Okay, so let's go ahead and answer it. First of all, what we have to do is we have to figure out, we have to do the brackets first, right? So in the brackets, we have what? Negative 6 squared, and we have 10 minus 3 cubed. So what is negative 6 squared? What is that?
Negative 6 times
Negative 6 squared is positive 36.
Negative 6 times what? Negative 6, right? Plus what? What is 10 minus 14?
Negative 4.
10 minus 14 is?
Negative 4.
Negative 4. Negative 4. Very good. Negative 4. This is what? Cube divided by what? Divided by 4. Okay, so first of all, why is 10 minus 14 negative 4 and not positive 4?
Because the bigger number is 14 and in front of the 14 is a negative sign.
Good. You always take the sign of the bigger.
It goes down to 45% under Trump in 2016. He still won Georgia then.
Someone is watching the election. Please focus. All right.
Even my father is doing that.
Watching the
You
election.
keep muting me, me, because nobody in my house.
All right. Okay, so we have, why is it negative 4? Why is it negative 4?
Because 10, you take the sign of the bigger number.
Very good. You take the sign of the bigger number. So 10 minus 14 is going to be 4, but you have to take the sign of the bigger number, which is negative, which is 14, and that's negative 14. So it's negative 4. So we have negative 6 times negative 6 plus negative 4 cubed divided by 4. Okay. Now we have negative 6 times negative 6. What is negative 6 times negative 6?
Positive 36.
Negative 6 times negative 6. A negative times a negative is a what?
Positive.
Positive. So it's going to be positive what?
36.
36. So this is going to be equal to positive 36. Does that make sense?
I get
Yes, sir.
Plus negative 4 cubed. Negative 4 cubed. What is that? That's what? Negative 4.
64.
Negative 4. Negative 4 times what? Negative 4 times what? Times negative 4. Okay? That's what negative cube means. Negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4. What is negative 4 times negative 4?
16.
Positive 16.
Positive 16. We bring down the. We bring down the.
Negative 4.
We bring down a negative 4. Bring down a negative 4. And then we have what? 16. 16 times negative 4 is what?
Positive 64.
16, positive 16.
Negative 16.
Positive 64.
Not positive.
Negative 64 because we use the multiplication opposite operation rules.
Good.
Then,
so if you have a positive 16 times a negative 4, that's going to be a negative 64. Negative 64. Okay. negative 64. So it's going to be negative 64. So that means that this is open bracket negative 64 divided by what?
4.
Divided by 4. Okay. So now we have, it's going to be equal to 36. We know that a positive times a negative is a what?
Negative.
Negative, so it's going to be negative 64 divided by what?
4.
4. What are we going to do now? Subtract or divide?
Divide.
Divide. 64 divided by 4 is what? 64 divided by 4 is what?
12.
16.
Oh my, let's divide. Caleb.
14.
Negative
Caleb.
16.
Caleb, can you all divide?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Let's divide it. Let's divide it.
14.
So 4 go, how many times does 4 goes into 64? Let's see. So we say 4 goes into 6 how many times? Once. 4 times 1 is 4 minus, so we have 6 minus 4, which is what? 2. Bring down the 4. How many times does 4 go into 24?
6.
6 times?
6 times.
4 times 6 is what?
24.
24. 24 minus 24 is what?
24 subtracted by 24.
Which is 0. So that means that 4 goes into 64 how many times?
16 times.
16 times, very good. And so we have 36 minus 16, which is what? What is 36 minus 16?
20.
20. 20. Did anyone get 20 before me?
Yes.
Did anyone get 20 before me?
I get 20.
22%? Anyone else?
No.
Does it count if I finish the
Me.
division?
I only messed up because I don't know what my brain was thinking, but I times the -4 times 3 instead of by itself.
Oh, cubing it. Yeah. Yeah. That happens. Okay, do we need another one or do we just go straight into the great exercise?
I don't want to exercise.
I don't want another one.
One more, please.
Another one.
One more, please.
Another one. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's do another one. All right, so quick recap. What we did was we said -6 squared. That's -6 times -6. 10 minus 14. That's going to be -4 cube divided by 4. And we say -6 times -6, which is what? Positive 36. And then we say -4 cube. What does that mean? That means -4 times what? -4 times what? -4. -4 times -4 is 16. And 16 times -4 is -64. And so we say -64 is in here. So we say -64 divided by 4. But what we're going to do first is we're going to say positive times a negative. That gives us a negative. And so we say 36 minus 64 divided by 4. But first we must divide -64 by 4, and that gives us 16. And 36 minus 16 is definitely going to be 20. And that's how we do questions like this. Go ahead.
So what, like, this way you lost me, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a plus sign and now it's a subtraction sign.
Because a positive times a negative is a negative. Right? A positive times a negative is a negative.
But that is a times as addition sign.
This is addition sign, positive, right? Remember the brackets mean multiplication.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah. Positive times a negative is a negative. Okay. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, y'all want to try this first before I give y'all the answer? Y'all want to try it? Hello, y'all want to try it first?
Yes. Yes, sir. On that over last, right?
Okay,
Yes.
I'll try.
all right, put your hands inside the chat for me, please. This is going to be, let's say we have negative 5 squared plus, let's say 7 minus 11 all cubed divided by 2. Divided by 2. Answer this and put your answers inside the chat for me, please. Again, put your answers inside the chat for me, please. Again, put your answers inside the chat for me, please. Elcha, where's Elcha? Elcha, are you there? Where's Elcha? Elcha, can you hear me? Can't hear from Elcha.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, I done.
You done? Anyone else is finished? Put your hands inside the chat for me, please.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, I can answer the chat.
Say it again.
I can answer the chat.
Put your hands inside the chat. Okay. Elcha, did you send in your work? Tyreek Williams, did you send in your work, Tyreek?
No, sorry, right now, all the things like send up on time.
No, I don't want you to do it like that. I want you to send in your work now, because you might forget.
Okay.
And it's not okay. It's either yes or no, sir. Tyreek.
Yes, sir.
I need y'all, once you finish writing this down, put your hands inside the chat for me, please. Okay. What y'all get? What is your answer? What is your answer?
-7.
-7.
Negative what?
7.
17. -7.
Say it again.
My answer is -7.
-7. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else got an answer?
I got -7 also.
-7.
I got -7 also.
-7. Okay, let's try. Okay. What are we gonna do? The stuff inside the brackets. What is -5 squared? That's gonna be what? -5 times what?
Times
-5.
Times -5. Close bracket. Plus. What is 7 minus 3?
4.
7 minus 3.
-4.
4.
7 minus 11 is what?
-4.
-4.
-4.
-4. Very good. So it's gonna be open bracket.
Square. Cube.
-4 what? Cube, right?
Cube.
Cube. Divided by what?
2.
divided by 2.
So,
Good. Good. At this point, what do we do?
5 times 5 is 25.
So we do -5 times what?
-5.
-5.
-5 times -5, which gives us what?
25.
That gives us 25. And then we have -4 cubed. What is that? So this is equal to, this is equal to,
Gotta multiply 4 3 times.
yeah, multiply 4 3 times. Very good. It's going to be 25 plus -4 times -4 times -4. So we say -4 times -4 is what? Negative
16.
-16 times what? Negative what? -4. And what is -16 times -4?
positive.
Positive 64.
Oh, I'm so sorry. -4 times -4 is positive 16. Sorry. Supposed to be positive 16.
I just realized that's what you did wrong.
Yeah. Positive 16. And then 16 times -4 is what? That's -16, 64. Okay, so it's going to be open bracket, negative what? Negative what? 64 divided by what? Divided by 2. And then we have it's going to be equal to, what do we do at this point? 25 positive times a negative is a negative. So it's going to be
Negative.
-64. -64 divided by 2. And so we have, it's going to be equal to 25 minus 64 divided by 2 is what?
32.
32. 32. And 25 minus 32 is what? 7. But we have to take the sign of the bigger number. So it's going to be what?
-7.
-7. Anyone else got -7? Let me know, please.
I did.
I got that.
I got it.
Okay. Put an I inside the chat if you understand how to do this. Put an I inside the chat if you understand how to do it. Put an N if you still don't understand what we're doing. Put an N if you still don't understand. Put an N if you still do not understand.
Mr. Petit, I understand. I just don't get the when you change the sign with the
Put an I, 1 second. Put an I in the chat if you understand. Put an N if you do not understand. Go ahead, Sashanik.
the only thing I don't understand is the positive plus positive and the negative plus negative. I understand that when you subtract from a smaller number, it becomes a negative. But I don't understand what, like when you say negative, because here when I did the 4 squared, yeah,
4 cube.
4 cube, I had it as a positive. So
Okay.
that's what I don't understand.
So here's the thing. -4 times -4 is positive 16. Because a negative times a negative is a positive.
I
So
have a question, Mr. Petit.
one second. Write this down, Sashanik. Negative
Yes.
times a negative is a positive.
Yes, sir.
Negative times a positive is a negative.
Oh, yes, sir. Got that.
And the same thing the other way around. So positive
What-
times a negative is still negative. Okay.
What about negative? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So positive times a positive is a positive. Positive times a negative is a negative. Negative times a negative is a negative. I mean, let me just write it down.
Please.
So positive times positive is positive. Okay. Positive times negative is negative. Negative times positive is negative. But negative times negative is what?
Positive.
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 Okay,
You
so
see, you
that's
put my combos, right?
okay. Go ahead,
I
L.
can see what's right here where the third line where you have 25 plus negative 64
Uh-huh.
divided by 2.
Uh-huh.
And then you come down and you now have 25 minus 64 divided by 2.
Yeah, because positive times, that's what the bracket means, times. Positive times a negative is a negative.
Okay.
Understand?
All
That's why,
right,
that's
I
why,
get it.
that's why. Let's do another one.
Okay, thank you.
Let's do another one. By the way, before we do another one, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to do that, please. Take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to do that before we move on to another one. I need everyone
I'll
to
send it all at the end of class. My
No,
mom
that's
said.
who said that?
Laura.
Oh, Laura, okay, no problem. The rest of you take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Mm-hmm.
My mother's like using the phone right now, so I could take the pictures of the notes later.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Okay, thank you. Yes, sir.
All right, are we done?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's move on. Let me do it. Let me give you another
Yes, sir.
example. All right, let's go ahead. Okay, so more examples. Simplify. Okay, so let's say we have, so open bracket, this is example number 3. So let's say we have, say, -12 all squared plus, open bracket, 5 minus 9 all cubed divided by 2. Divided by 2. Okay. Try this for me, please, before I go ahead and do it. Number 3, and then let me give y'all another one. You know what? I should just make this grade exercise one time. Let's just call this a grade exercise instead of doing example. Let's say this is a grade exercise number. What this next grade exercise number? What, 2 or 3? Number 2.
At least.
Okay, good. So I want you to do this by yourself and then send it to me via WhatsApp. Let's do another one. Number 4 rather. Let's say we have -9 squared plus, open bracket, 14 minus 8. 14, well, not 14 minus 8. 11 minus 14 minus 18. Cube divided by 8. Alora, what number you on? 3 or 4?
Finishing up number 3.
Finishing up number 3. Brianna Moss. Where's Brianna Moss?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. May I use the restroom, please?
Yes, we can. Tyreek. What number you on? 3 or 4?
Number 3.
Samaya. What number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3, okay. Rudy, where's Rudy?
I'm right here, Mr. Petit.
Okay. Rudy, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello?
Petit, then the last question.
Hello? Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Petit,
Yes, ma'am.
are you online tonight?
Yeah, we here. It's the same link. Ah,
I'm still at work. Kristen was trying to get on. I'll just tell him to continue to try.
yeah, it's the same link. Yeah.
Okay.
I hope the internet is stable, because once the internet is not stable, then it might give some problems logging on.
Right. I don't want to interrupt your class for too long. I just wanted to make sure you're in.
Yeah, we're here.
If not, you can also send me some work for him, and I'll make sure he does it.
I will, if that's the case.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
His dad is gonna try and help him.
Okay, please, thank you.
All right.
Where's Destiny Johnson?
His name is
Yes, sir.
Kristen Wright.
Yes, Kristen, right? No, I was calling someone else in the class.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
his name is Kristen, and I met.
No problem. That's fine. That's no problem. Who else is finished?
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Okay, good. Where is Dior? Where's Dior?
I'm back.
Where's Dior? Dior, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the last time I got notes from you is Thursday. Today is Tuesday. You have to send in your notes, Dior. Are you
Yes, sir.
are you actually doing the work, or are you doing something else?
I'm doing the work and like some.
Yeah, but you have to send in your work, Dior. Okay.
Yes,
Where is
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
Can you check if I got number 3 right so I could move on, please?
We can do it together. Just gotta risk it. What you have for number 3?
I have positive 40.
Positive 40. What y'all got for number 3? The rest of y'all.
176.
I get 112.
Number
112.
I have 112.
112.
12.
Oh,
112. Okay.
Yeah.
176.
Oh, I got 176.
176. Okay.
I don't know how, but I got
Oh.
I know, right?
Sweetie, they put my answers in.
Okay.
I'm scared. I'm quaking.
Lendira, the one foolishness. Where's Lendira? Lendira, can you hear me? Okay, okay, so let's do it. Let's answer these questions. Would y'all say I got for number 1 again?
112.
112.
112.
Okay, so
112.
negative 12 squared is what? Negative 12 times what?
Times 12.
Times negative 12. Open bracket. Plus. What is 5 minus 9? It's gonna be what?
Negative 4.
Negative 4. Negative 4 raised to the power of
3.
3 divided by what?
2.
Divided by 2. Where's Kriston Wright? Can you hear me? Kriston Wright.
Yes.
What happened? You wasn't able to come and log on?
I just joined the meeting. My information wasn't correct.
Okay. So write this down, Kriston. I need you to write this down for me. All right, so we have negative 12 times negative 12. What does that give us?
Negative 144.
Negative 12 times negative 12 is what?
Negative 144.
Positive
144.
144.
44.
Positive 144 and negative 144.
Positive
Positive.
144.
Positive 144. Thank you. Why? Because a negative times a negative
Give
is
and a
a...
negative, give you positive.
Thank you.
Mr. Petit, I got the answer now.
Which answer is
176.
176? Okay. I hope that's right.
Me too.
Okay. Next, we have negative 4 cubed. What is that? That's going to be what? Negative 4 times what?
Negative 4 times
Times
negative 4.
times negative 4 times what?
Negative 4.
Negative 4. And we have negative 4 times negative 4 is what?
I give you 64.
Negative 4 times negative 4 is what?
16.
16.
64.
16, positive 16, times what? We bring down the
4.
negative 4, right? 16 times negative 4 is what?
64. Negative 64.
Negative 64, good. And so we have negative 64, right? Divided by what?
Divided by 2.
Divided by 2. Divided by 2. It's going to be equal to 144, right? Plus positive times a negative is a what?
Negative.
Negative. So
Negative.
it's going to be negative 64 divided by what?
2.
Divided by
2.
2. It's going to be equal to what is 64 divided by 2?
32.
64 divided by 2 is what?
32.
140. 64 divided by 2 is 32. That's correct.
Mhm.
And 144 divided and 144 minus 32 is what?
112.
144 minus 32 is 112. There we go. 112. 1, 1, 2.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. May I ask you a question, please?
Wait 1 second. Did anyone else get 112?
I
Anyone else
did.
get 112?
I did.
I
I
did.
did.
112.
I did.
Who did not get 112? Who did not get 112?
Me.
I did.
Who didn't? Where did y'all go wrong? What did y'all do wrong?
I don't even know.
And reached by the 144. I just can't.
Say it again. Say it again.
I
Then.
think I went wrong. I didn't drop the negative on the 64.
Oh, okay. And Sashanique, where did you go wrong?
Oh. I
Mr.
see what
Petit,
I
I
went
don't.
wrong.
Sashanique,
I have 144 plus 64.
you have 144 plus 64. Oh, okay.
I know what I did wrong here.
What you did wrong, Genesis?
I took away 64 from 144.
First, before you divided it.
Right.
Okay.
I see what I did.
What you did wrong, Crimson?
I added instead of subtracted.
Yeah, added instead
But
of
everything else
subtracted.
is right.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's do the next one. What y'all got for the next one, number 4?
We got 73.
What you got?
29.
89.
I'm not hearing it. What the answer is?
73.
89, 89, 89.
89,
79.
79,
73.
73. Okay.
10.
10.
See, I answered it now. I can give you my answer in a
Okay.
real minute.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Let's answer it. Right, let's answer it together. So we have it's gonna be equal
This
to.
is the D.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Antoine.
I got 73.
You got 73, Joel.
Yes, sir.
I keep cutting out, so if I leave, Yeah.
Okay. Nishka, can you hear me? Where's Nishka? Nishka Dorosia. Nishka, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, Nishka. So we have a -9 squared. That's gonna be what? Open bracket. What? -9 times what?
Nine, -9.
Times -9 plus what? 14 minus 18 is what? 14 minus 18 is what?
-4.
-4. Very good. Cubed.
Cube.
Divided by
8.
Divided by 8. And we have -9 times what?
-9.
Times -9, which is equal to what?
+81.
Positive 81. Did anyone else got that? Positive 81?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I did.
Positive 81. Plus, open bracket, -4 cubed.
-64.
That's -4 times what?
-4 times
-4
-64.
times what? -4. And we know that -4 times -4 is positive 16 multiplied by
-4.
-4. And 16 multiplied by -4 is what?
-64.
-64. Very good.
Pardon?
And so we have -64. Malia Major, are you writing this down, Malia?
Yes, sir.
Did you send in your work, Malia? Your notes?
Yes, sir.
You did send in your notes for the night?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nishka Dorosia. Where's Nishka? I need you to answer me, please. Nishka? Where's Nishka Dorosia? Can't have from okay. Then we have to do what? We know a positive times a negative is a what? Positive times a negative is a what? Negative. It's going to be -64. -64 divided by what?
8.
Divided by 8. Divided by 8. And we have, it's going to be equal to, what is 64 divided by 8?
8.
64 divided by 8 is what? 64 divided by 8 is?
8.
8, very good. 8, very good.
Hey, maybe, how do we get subtracting? I thought we was adding.
Okay. Crimson, positive times a negative is a negative.
Okay, thank you.
Positive times a negative is a negative. Please remember that. Positive times a negative is a negative. And so we have 81 minus 8, which is
73.
70. Positive 73. Did anyone else got 73? Let me know if you got that, please.
I did. I got that.
I got it.
I got it. Got it.
I went wrong. I didn't do my 4 cube.
You didn't do your 4 cube. Be careful. Please be very careful with that.
Mr. Petit, is it okay that you use different methods but still get the same answer?
When you say different methods, what do you mean?
Like,
Because your method can't be much different than mine. Not for this one. Hello? Hello? Nishka, can you hear me? All right, can you let me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
So
okay, good. Okay, so let me do another one because I want y'all to get it. Let's do two more. Okay, how many brothers think they can get these ones right?
Me.
Besides Crimson, anyone else? Think they're gonna get these ones right?
Yes, sir.
Where's the
Hey.
confidence, man? Where's the confidence?
I
Yes,
never get this right.
I will.
You will?
I get too much of that, Mr. Boutique.
Yes, you do.
We'll try.
You will
I know I
try.
grade great, but not now.
Say that now. You have the B. You have the B. See, everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do it beast too. You have to be a beast all the time. You can't just want to be a beast when you understand it. All right. That means you're a beast. You're a cat. All right. You have to be a beast all the time. All right. Let's move on.
Yeah, you gotta get like me. I always get legs.
This Jeremiah. No, I was talking to him, not you.
No, I gotta be like me to be honest.
Oh no, you gotta get like me. You gotta get like me. I always
Alright.
get like I ain't
Yeah.
get nothing wrong yet.
All right, we'll
Nothing wrong
see.
yet.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right, Jeremiah, you want to learn from them quizzes? You want to learn from them sets quizzes?
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
All right. All right, let's do this. What, the third one? Simplify. Okay. I trust that y'all would get these right. This is the final two. Coming down to the final two before we turn it in. So it's gonna be the final two. Please get this right. Please get these two right. I'm begging you now. Where's Freddie? Freddie, can you hear me?
You don't have to beg me twice.
Where's Freddie? Can you hear me, Freddie? Is Freddie here? Freddie Dean.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night, Ronaldo. Ronaldo, what happened? You came late.
I had other classes.
You had
Sorry.
other classes. Okay. Okay, where's Freddie? Freddie Dean, can you hear me? Okay, I know Freddie. Okay, so this is gonna be 7 squared plus in bracket 9 minus 13. Close bracket, raised to the third power, divided by divided by 4. And then we have Denvor. Where's Denvor? Denvor, you there? Where's Denvor? Denvor, can you hear me? Where's Denvor? Denvor Lockhart, can you hear me? -8 squared. Nathan Patton, where's Nathan? -8 squared. Nathan, can you hear me? I can't hear you. Can you type in the chat, please? Okay. Denvor, are you writing this down, Denvor? Let me know, please. If you are, I need you to send your notes, Denvor and Nathan. Send your notes, please. I need to see your notes. Denvor and Nathan. -8 squared. And we have in bracket. Nishka. Where's Nishka? Nishka. I need you to send in your notes. Where's Nishka? I need you to send in your notes. Nishka, I need you to send in your notes. So it's going to be 12
We have a
minus.
whole entire quiz tomorrow on integers.
Okay, that should be good. 12 minus 16. I hope you study. Make sure study. Do you hear me, Lamar? 58 squared
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
plus 12 minus 16 divided by 2. Okay. Alexia Brown, where's Alexia Brown? Alexia Brown, are you there? Alexia Brown, are you there? I can't hear you. You have to type in the chat because I cannot hear you, Alexia Brown. Alexia Brown, please let me know if you're here. Type inside the chat to let me know. Yeah, okay, good. Alexia Brown, I need you to send in your notes, please. CC Joseph, where's CC Joseph? CC Joseph?
Right, sir.
CC, you need to send in your notes.
Yes, sir.
You have to send in your notes. Are you writing it down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you need to send it.
Mr. Petit, do you want us to answer in the chat?
You need to answer this inside of your book.
I did.
Answer this inside of your book, and then once you finish, then put your answer in the chat.
Okay.
All right. Answer inside your book. Then once you finish, answer it. Put your answer in the Donika Martin. Where's Donika Martin? Donika Martin, can you hear me? Donika Martin, can you hear me? Okay. Where's Donika Martin? No, Nishka, I didn't say send your notes after class. I need you to send your notes now. I don't need you to send your notes after class. I don't need you to send your notes after class. I need you to send your notes now. Don't wait until after class. Send your notes now. Jemiah, where's Jemiah?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
They finish.
You finish? Excuse me, did you put your answer in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Jermaine Moxie, where's Jermaine Moxie? Jermaine Moxie, are you there? Where's Jermaine? Jervin, can you hear me? Jervin, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Where's your notes, Jervin?
I have them.
But you have to take a picture of your notes and send them to me, Jervin.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you say yes, sir, but you're not doing what I tell you to do. You have to do what I tell you to do, Jervin. You understand me? Hello, Jervin, you understand me? Where's Jervin? Can't have from Jervin. Kaden Dean. That's
So
Kaden.
you was asking me something?
I was saying that you need to send your notes and send them to me. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Good. Where's Kaden Dean? Kaden Dean, can you hear me? I can't hear from Kaden. Is there anyone who's finished? Is there anyone who's finished with their work?
I'm finished. Yeah, I'm finished.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Okay. Who put their answers in the chat already?
I did.
Then?
Me. I did.
Okay.
I did. I might send the notes to you.
I already did also.
Okay. What y'all got for number 1?
31.
33.
33.
For number 1, I got 45.
I got 33.
I got 31.
I got 33.
I got 33.
33?
I got 45.
44. Sashanique, what you got for number 1?
33.
I finished.
Sashanique, what you got for number 1? Come on.
17. Yeah. I got 20.
You got 20? All right, let's do it. Okay, so math is easy. Don't make it hard. What is 7 squared? Negative 7 squared. That's gonna be what?
Negative 7.
That's gonna be what?
Negative 7. 49.
That's gonna be what?
Positive
Negative
49.
7 times negative 7.
Very good. Negative 7 times negative 7. So we have negative 7 times
Negative 7.
negative 7. And that gives us what?
49.
49. Very good. And then, so it's gonna be 49, right? Plus, open bracket. What is 9 minus 13?
4.
Negative 4.
Oh.
Gonna be negative 4 raised to the power of what?
3.
3 divided by what?
Divided by 4.
Divided by 4. Very good. Divided by 4. And so what are we gonna do now? What is negative 4 cubed? Negative 4 times what?
64. Negative
Times
60.
negative 4 times what? Times negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 4 is what?
16.
Positive 16 multiplied by what?
Negative 4.
4. Good. Equals to 16 times negative 4 is what?
Negative 64.
Negative 64. Very good. And so we have 49 plus what? Well, a negative times a negative is a? Well,
Positive.
no.
Positive.
Positive.
Let's just let's not do that yet. Let's just do negative 4 cubed is negative 64 divided by what? Divided by 4. Now, positive times a negative is a?
Negative.
Negative.
A negative. Very good. 49 minus 64 divided by 4. Negative 64 divided by 4 is what?
16.
49 minus what?
16. I'm sorry, 4. Yeah,
What?
16 divided by 4.
16
Sorry.
divided by 4, which is what? I mean, 64
Which is-
divided 64 divided by 4, which is 16, right?
Mr. Fritzy,
Yeah,
you have
yes.
16, not 64.
Yeah, because 64 divided by 4 is 16. You understand that?
Why? Mr. Petit, I thought that was 2.
Yes,
No,
sir,
I thought that was supposed to be 4. Oh.
I thought the square root was a 2.
No,
I-
it's a 3.
Oh, I got it wrong then.
And 49 minus
45.
16 is what?
33.
33.
33. Okay. I didn't
No.
have it on my glasses.
Did anyone else get 33?
I did.
So
I did 32.
I did.
Oh,
I did.
Okay.
I did.
I changed my answer because I didn't do the addition instead of subtraction.
Okay, good.
Didn't do division.
You didn't do the division. Okay. What y'all got for number 2?
32.
32.
32.
32.
32.
32 as well.
I got number 2 wrong, right? But I got number 1 wrong because I changed my instead of having I passed the second part And then when I went to the third part, instead of saying 64 divided by 4, I write 64 divided by 2.
Okay, okay. Ah, Bobby's looking at the previous example.
Yes, that's what I was using.
Okay, so this is gonna be quickly because we out of time. It's gonna be if you know it, this is gonna be what 64. 8 times 8 is 64. Plus what? Negative
4. Negative 4.
4 cubed divided by 2. It's gonna be
I got 32 for that.
this equals to 64 minus 64 divided by
2.
64 divided by 2 is what?
32.
64 divided by 2 is?
32.
64 divided by 2 is 32. Gonna be 32. And 64 minus 32 is what?
32.
So 32. Anyone got 32 for this one?
I did.
I did.
Excellent. Everyone got all 2 right?
I did.
All 2 right.
I did. I got all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone got 1 wrong?
It's not on number 1.
I got 1 wrong. Mr. Petty,
1
the
wrong?
rule is that I do understand what I'm doing now, but I just don't know how come I changed that 4 to 2.
Number 1 that confused me for a second.
Okay. All right. Put an I inside the chat if you understand how to do these questions in general. Put an I inside the chat if you understand how to do these questions in general. Put an N if you do not understand. Again, put an I if you understand. Put an N if you do not understand. Again, put an I if you understand. Put an N if you do not understand how to do this. All right. The good news is I see a lot of I's, so that means a lot of you understand it. If you do not understand it, please put N. All right, be honest. Let me know, please. Okay. Do y'all like order of operations, or you want us to go back to geometry?
I like it.
No,
so I don't like
I think I will watch geometry.
Go back to geometry. Should go back to geometry.
No, sir.
Mr. Petit, like I say, I get nothing wrong.
We prefer order of operations, geometry, or sets.
None.
Order operations.
Geometry.
Order of operations.
Perimeter.
So,
That wasn't an option.
order operations. No, sir.
That was an option.
Mr. Petit, you know what they say? If it ain't an option, make it an option.
All right. Are we moving on to health science and general science? Again, we're moving on to health science and general science. If you're not doing health science and general science, you're free to leave. But for those of us who are doing health science and general science, we have to stay back. All right.
Good night, Mr. Petit. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Health science
This is
and general
Xavier.
Good night,
Yes,
Mr.
I
Petit.
understand. Good night. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
See, I was having a little internet problem, so I had to late.
Okay, no problem. Take a screenshot of the ones you missed. You got this one?
Mr. Petit, aren't we supposed to be
Oh,
doing
yes, so I could take a picture of this.
Say it again.
Aren't we
I could take a picture of this.
English?
Are we supposed to be doing English?
Today's Tuesday.
Yeah, we do.
Science.
We do science is on Tuesday.
Wow.
We
Okay.
do
English is Monday and Wednesday.
Thank you. English is on Monday and Wednesday.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Boy, one little week they gave you on and you didn't forget.
I tell you.
Okay, Xavier, you say you need this?
Check of it every day.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. Did you get this? Xavier, did you get this?
Yes, sir, I got that.
How about this one?
I got that.
And this one?
Got that.
And that one?
Sorry, Mr. Petit, I just on my work.
I
I
got
couldn't
it.
do it because I was solving the question.
Okay, no problem.
I got it, Mr. Petit.
You got it? I need you to write that down and send it to me, please, Xavier.
All right, yes,
If
sir.
you have any questions, let me know.
All right, thank you.
Have a good night. Okay,
right,
so
you too.
let's move on to health science and general science. We were on.
Mr. Petit,
Go ahead.
can you go back to the last slide, please?
I think.
Thank you.
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
1 second.
Wait, this is Genesis?
Yes, sir.
You asked me to go back to the last slide?
You were on it just now.
All right, I come off it.
Hey, excuse me, Mr. Petit, you can look at my message.
Could you go back for a second?
No. This is Genesis, right?
Yes, sir.
No. I'm just playing with you. I can go
Thank
back.
you. I'm done.
You good?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Have a good night. Wait, you stand for health? All right.
Yes, sir. Just for health.
Okay, just for health. Okay, good.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, you could look at my message really quickly.
What you telling me?
No, I was saying something right.
I was asking if I could say. Although I'm taking biology.
Yeah, you can. Yes, we can. Okay, so the last thing that we were on in health science was what?
Digestive system.
Digestive system. And in the digestive system, we was talking about what?
We are talking about the, okay, I can't pronounce the
Esophagus.
Esophagus, the stomach.
The stomach. We talk about the acid in the stomach, right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
What's the name of the acid in the stomach? Hydrochloric acid. Very good. And let me ask a question. There is a what do they call it? There is a movement that causes the food to move such that
Mr. Petit, the screen paused.
yeah, it's paused. I haven't moved it. There's a movement, or I guess a series of wave-like motions that pushes food across the alimentary canal. What do we call that?
Peristalsis.
What do we call it?
Peristalsis.
Peristalsis. Very good. Peristalsis. Peristalsis. Today we're going to be learning about did we talk about the small intestine yet? No way.
No, sir.
No? Okay, so let's talk about the intestines. Small intestine and the large intestine. Okay.
Yes, sir, Mr. Petit. I can't see.
You can see my screen now. It was still on math. Let's move on. Okay, my name is Mr. Petit. Today is what? Tuesday? Tuesday the what? Tuesday. The 5th of November, 2024. The subject is, of course, say it again.
I said I'm so happy because my birthday is Friday.
Oh, your birthday is Friday. Who's this?
Laura.
Laura, okay. Okay, so then we have the topic for today is we're going to be looking at the intestines.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. Good night. So we're going to be looking at the intestine. So we have two intestines, the small intestine and the large intestine. Okay. The small intestine is heavily involved in the digestion of food. The large intestine does not do any type of digestion at all. By the way, digestion ends in the small intestine. All right. So the small intestine can be divided into 3 parts. the duodenum, the G.
Is the jejunum?
Yes, jejunum, and the ileum, ileum. Those are the three parts of the digestive system. I mean, the small intestine. In the small intestine, also has villi. Anyone know what villi is?
Is it the lining in the intestines that absorbs vitamins?
Say it again.
Is it the lining in your intestines that like absorbs nutrients and stuff for it to go in your blood?
Okay, very good. So,
Mr. Petty, could you pronounce those three words again, please?
oh, duodenum, jejunum, and ileum.
Thank you.
So we also have the villi. Villi is plural, villus is singular. All right. The villi is very important because, so the villi is very important because this is where the absorption of food, nutrients into the blood takes place. So if they ask you, why is the villi important? You could say, too easy. The villi is important because that is where the absorption of the nutrients of the food takes place. Because remember, why do we eat food? Someone said, well, I eat food because I'm hungry. Well, I guess. Well, I eat food because it tastes good. Well, I guess. I mean, but that's not the real reason why we eat food. What's the real reason why we eat food?
Because we can't survive without it.
We can't survive without it. Why
So
do we
we
eat
don't
food?
die.
Or what does food give us?
Nutrients.
Nutrients, okay. Food provides us with nutrients. But the question is, how does, okay, so by the way, let me show you all this. Does anyone know which one is the small intestine?
The middle one and the
Yeah,
this one.
they call this your gut. So when you see this splattered on the floor, that's person's gut. So when they say, ooh, his guts was all over the floor, yeah, small intestine. Or it could be the large intestine. But that's your guts. All right. So when they say I hate your guts, yeah. Hate my small intestine or my intestines.
I saw it before.
In real life? With a human or with like an animal? Please don't tell me human.
A human.
Oh wow.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, very terrifying. Very. So this is your small intestine, by the way. You notice it's folded up, right?
That looks like the brain.
It looks like the brain, right? I never thought about that, but it does look like the brain.
Yes,
So
every time I see it, I get sick.
So which one is longer, the large intestine or the small intestine?
The small
intestine.
The small intestine is longer. That's why it's folded up so that it could be able to fit. All right. This is, I would argue, this is one of the most important organs in your entire body. Someone say, oh, you're lying, Mr. Petit. How is that one of the most important? It is very important. The reason why it's important is because this is where the absorption of nutrients take place. Because you eat the food, you chew it. Okay, that's nice. You swallow it. It is broken down in the stomach and everything. But then, even though the food is smaller, you still need the nutrients from the food to get into the blood. And that is why you have the small intestines, because the small intestine not only digests the food some more, but it's also the place where the absorption of the nutrients takes place. Why is this important? If you do not have any nutrients, you do not have any energy. If you do not have any energy, then you are essentially dead. Yeah, because you can't do no work, right? You can't breathe, you can't blink, you can't think. So you need energy to do those things. Where do you get the energy from? You get the energy from nutrients. Where do you get the nutrients from? You get the nutrients from food. Where do you get your food from? Well, you get it from plants and animals. But if you cannot absorb the nutrients and put it into the blood, then what's the point of the nutrients, right? So this is very important. And I'm going to show you where this takes place, where the absorption takes place, especially. So we know that this is the organ that not only breaks down the food, but it's also the place where absorption takes place. But absorption takes place inside of this important structure we call the villi. All right, we call the villi or the villus. Let me show you the structure. So the villus, as you can see, this is it right now. And if you look at the villus, you see that, so this is inside the small intestine, right? So these are there's a bunch of them. And as you can see, you see this red part, right? And you see this blue part, right? That is what we call blood vessels. So we have the intestines, right? And we have the blood vessels. So when the food is absorbed, it goes into the blood vessels so that it could go into the blood and it could go into all the parts of the body. Very important structure. I would argue one of the most important structures in your entire body. Because what is food if you can't absorb it? And the only way you can absorb it is if you have the villi, right? And if you have it in the small intestine. So that's very important stuff right there. So the small intestine, in particular the villi, is the place for absorption and assimilation of food. Okay? So let's write it down. So the villi, we could say let me just put villi, and let's say this finger-like projection.
Take yourself. I don't even want to see it.
Someone mic is on. Make sure your mic is muted. This finger-like projection allows the digested. So the food is already digested. That's great. The digested nutrients to be absorbed into the circulatory system. That's the villi. Once the nutrients are in the blood, they are carried where? To the cells, to all the body cells. So that they can have energy to do work, or we can say to perform their activities. All right, what activities we need the body to perform? Breathing, moving, speaking, respiration, etc. You need energy to do these stuff. If you do not have energy, you can't do nothing. Like, yeah, but I was sick, and when you're sick, what happens? You can't move, just laying in bed, and you're like, I can't even, I'm so weak, right? Why do you think your body does that? Your body's like, hey, we then don't have a lot of energy, so we're not gonna waste. By the way, Do you realize that when you're sick, like if you're sick really bad, I mean, people who are sick really bad, I'm not talking about a little headache or whatever. Like if you have you ever been sick real bad, do you know
Yes,
that
sir.
when
Yes, sir.
now let me tell you, I can tell you right now if you know if you're sick real bad. If you're sick real bad, you don't have no appetite. So
Relatable.
even if
Yes, sir.
even if your favorite food come in front of you,
That was me.
yeah, you cannot
Hey,
eat.
Mr. Mati,
I'm sorry, I've never been that sick.
You've never
Food,
been
no,
that
sir.
sick?
No,
Yeah.
sir.
Then
I
you've
didn't
never
even
been.
know.
Yeah, you
I
never.
didn't even want to eat McDonald's.
I have Yeah, been
that sick.
Yes.
My body's been peed.
Yeah. That's when you know you're really sick. If you're really sick, then that means you're not gonna have any appetite. Why is that the case? Someone
Trust
say
me, they wouldn't want to have the COVID with you
yes.
can't eat, you can't breathe, you can't do nothing.
No. Well, why you think the body cuts off the appetite? Why do you think the body does that?
Because a large percentage of your immune system is in your gut.
No. The reason why the body cuts off the appetite is because
Because it wouldn't be able to break down the food.
that's part of it. Because it requires a lot of energy to digest food. Like that requires a lot of energy from the body. So the body's like, you know what? We're gonna cut off the appetite because we don't want you eating nothing. Because if you eat anything, then you're gonna lose energy that we don't have, right? That's why even though you're sick, you still have to drink. See if you can drink a lot of fluids so that you wouldn't faint. Even though you don't have no appetite, you still have to drink something because you still
Like,
want.
like
still-
Pedialyte or something.
You gotta drink something so that you could be able to.
And Mr. Petty, also, if you can't eat, for example, you're admitted in the hospital and you can't eat, then the doctors would give you fluids.
Yeah, they'll
to
give you fluids.
eat.
Yeah, they'll give you those things. That's very important. That's to keep you electrolytes, keep everything going, right? Okay, so that is the small intestine. Now let's go to the large intestine. The large intestine, one of the most worthless organs in the body. That's not true. That's so not true. But anyway, that's not true. It has its function, right? It's very important because without the large intestine, there's no way that you could defecate, right? So you need the large intestine for that, okay? So large intestine, very important. The large intestine has no part in digestion because by the time the food already arrives in the large intestine, it has already been digested. Only undigested food goes into the large intestine. So by the time the food, so this large intestine to me is like, you know, those persons, you know, when you already do the project, right? And all your friends, all of you you all already work hard and the project already finished. And then this one friend come in the last minute. Hey, I bought glitter. I don't know. Like the project already finished. And they just sprinkle a little glitter on it and then they're like, yeah, I'm part of the project. Like the
Mr.
work already
Petty,
done. Exactly.
right by energy to perform their activities.
Energy to perform. There we go. Energy to perform. So the large intestine to me is that group member who doesn't do any work but still gets credit. By the time the food has reached the large intestine, what? It has already been what? Broken down. Only undigested food goes here. That don't sound right. Let me change that. By the time food has reached the large intestine, it mainly consists of, let's write this like that. It mainly consists of the following. Number one, undigested foods. Number two, roughage. Number three, mucus. Number four, digestive secretions. Number five, bacteria. A lot of bacteria in the large intestine. If you want to find a place where you can get bacteria, go to the large intestine. That's why one of the worst things you could ever eat from something is do not eat the intestines of nothing. Don't eat the intestines of nothing and don't eat the liver of nothing. Those are the worst things to eat. Why? The liver, everything bad is go to the liver. And the intestines, well, you know.
Mr. Badi, why
Yeah.
is that live in the shop then?
I mean, I don't know, they trying to kill you. I don't know. Like,
Same reason they have sausage.
right?
I
So
like to eat it.
you have liver, it's not the best, right? Not for your health, because that's where all the bad stuff go, right? Same thing with the large intestine. By the time the food go in the large intestine, undigested food, it's like only waste is in the large intestine. That's why without the large intestine, you cannot defecate. You need the large intestine. So undigested food, roughage, mucus, basically everything that you would that goes in the toilet is what is going to be in a large intestine, right? Dead cells, right? Dead cells from the canal lining, right? Waste, waste bile pigments, and this is what gives the feces its color. And then water, right? Even though a lot of water is absorbed, like the large intestine is also good because it absorbs the water as well. That's why unless you're sick, your stool should not be watery unless you're sick, right? Because the job of the large intestine is to absorb the water and to make the stool a little not entirely hard, but firm, such that it doesn't like break and shatter, right? So that's a part of the.
What if it is hard?
If it's hard, that means that you need to drink more water. You dehydrated. It shouldn't be tough like rock. If it's hard like rock, you have a problem. So we have. So another word for that. The large intestine is also the colon. I don't know if you ever heard of the word colon. And when they say persons have colon cancer, that is the cancer of the large intestine, which is not good. So let me show you all the large intestine. So you have the large intestine. This is how it looks. Pretty cool. So you have, this is the ascending colon because it goes up. The transverse colon, remember like in math, transversal, that line that cuts it in half. Transverse colon, and then you have the descending colon. And then you have the rectum at the bottom here, okay? This is your large intestine, okay? It absorbs the water, and it is where the feces is passed out, large intestine. Pretty neat. But by the time by the time the food reaches into that large intestine, it's already digested. Like the digestion has already finished. Okay. All right. So that's what we have here. Good. All right. Let me know if y'all finished writing this down. Let me know if y'all have this written down.
Almost.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So close.
Okay. For those of you who are finished writing this down, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp again. For those of you who are finished writing this down, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. And just for context, just so you can know where it is, right? Let me show you exactly where it is in the body. So let's say this is the image of a person. Their lungs is gonna be up here, right? Their liver is gonna be up here. Then you have the stomach. This is the heart. This is the large intestines, right? This is the small intestine, right? There's a large intestine there. And the small intestine is in the middle, all right? And that's the frame right there, okay?
So where's the kidney?
The kidneys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me show you the kidneys. The kidneys is not represented in this diagram, but the kidneys will be right here, okay? Let me show you. Let me show you the kidneys, because the kidneys is connected to the bladder, okay? It wouldn't be that low, it'd be a little bit above, all right? Let me show you. Kidneys. All right, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay. We are going to move on to general science. Okay, we're gonna move on to general science.
Good night.
Good night. Oh, I was wrong. The kidneys is Miss what her name is? Miss Tiffany. I was wrong. The kidneys is actually closer to the liver. So if you look carefully, this is the kidneys right now, left and right. This is the liver here. All right, in the background. All right, but these are the kidneys.
You.
All right, let me move this. Okay, so we good? Let me know if you understand that. Okay,
Yes, sir.
if you do not have this, take a picture of it and send it to me. Take a picture of it because I'm going to go on to general science. If you do not have this, take a picture because I have to move on to general
I'm going to
science.
get a screenshot.
Yeah, take a screenshot, please, quickly, because we have to move on from this. All right. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to general science. All right, so for general science, let me add up. Today is the Tuesday, November 5th. The topic is, well, the subject is general science. General science. The topic is, of course, what?
Gymnosperms and angiosperms.
Who's that speaking?
Crimson.
Crimson, okay. So we did gymnosperms and angiosperms. We said that angiosperms are flowering plants, but then we made a separation. We said that there's something called monocotyledon and dicotyledon, and we're gonna make the distinction
Yeah,
today.
Mr. Petit.
Say it again.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. So we're gonna be looking
I'll
at
get the phone.
no
Please
problem.
send me the stuff.
We're gonna be looking at monocots and dicots for today. All right.
Mr. Petit,
Go ahead.
I know what they mean.
Go ahead. Tell me.
Monocots means one and dicots means two.
Very good.
Mon-
So mono It's supposed to be mono, sorry. Monocots. So mono means, let's write that down. Mono mean 1, and di means what? 2. Okay. So when we talk about monocotyledon and dicotyledon, we mean 1 cotyledon, and then the other one means 2 cotyledon.
Mr. Petit, those the mono and the dio, where did those come from?
You mean like Greek or Latin?
Yes, sir.
I don't know, you can look it up and let me know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But it definitely probably have, you know how they go with those with their roots. Okay, so all right, so let's talk about, yes.
Like, don't call me stupid, right? But when she said that, the first thing that come to my head was the dictionary.
Obviously, she's not talking about that. All right, monocotyledon. Monocotyledon and dicotyledon. All right.
You have to draw this diagram.
Yes, to this table for me. By the way, in almost every general science exam, they bring this. They always want you to know, what is the difference between monocots and dicots? They love to ask these sort of questions, and so you have to know them, right? If I taught you and nothing else, please remember monocotyledons and dicotyledons. All right, you have to remember them. They love to bring it. Go ahead, Antoine.
On my last exam, we had to differentiate the seeds or something like that.
Yeah. Differentiate, or you have to differentiate like how the flowers or the leaves. So monocotyledons.
Mr. Petit, last thing. So mono is Greek and it means once, and di is also Greek and it means twice.
Okay, thank you so much. So those are Greek roots or words. Thank you. Okay, so monocotyledon, they have broad leaves. Dicotyledons have what?
Narrow?
Narrow leaves. Right? Monocotyledons have broad leaves and dicotyledons have narrow leaves. Okay. 28. Next, monocotyledons have branching veins. So I guess I just say leaves with branching veins. So that's what leaves. Leaves with branching veins. And then dicotyledon has leaves with what? With what? No, what type of veins do dicotyledons have?
Parallel.
Who said that?
Human being.
Yeah, very good. Parallel veins. All right. So monocotyledon have leaves with branching veins. Dicotyledon have leaves with parallel veins. All right. Then wait a minute. I'm sorry. This is for di. This is for mono. The diagram is written incorrectly. Dicotyledon is with the broad leaves and branching veins. So switch the heading for me. Switch the heading. Dicotyledon is broad leaves and branching veins, and monocotyledon is narrow leaves and parallel veins. Please switch the heading. Put the dicotyledon on the left and the mono on the right. Okay, I apologize for that. Next, their root system. So the root system of dicotyledons are, they have top roots, okay? Taproots. Now taproots means that you have a main root, right? It grows into the soil. And secondary roots branch from it.
I think I know the name for the next one.
What's the next one?
It's either fibrous or fiber or something.
What type of leaves? What type of roots do monocotyledons have?
Fibrous.
Fibrous. You think it's fibrous? What type of leaves? What type of veins? I mean roots.
I just learned this today and I can't remember.
Opposite of tap roots.
I think all the root would be on the soil now for this one. No?
Fibrous. Fibrous roots. All right, fibrous roots, 28.
Multiple roots branching off in different directions.
Who said that?
Condoleezza.
Condoleezza, very good. So definitely. So it's narrow hair-like roots. No main root. There's a bunch of them branching off in different directions. So we mean by that. And then we have it has dicotyledons obviously have what? 2 cotyledons. So I can show you what we mean by cotyledons before we leave. 2 cotyledons. 2 cotyledons and an embryo. Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Good night, Mr.
Go ahead.
Can you send me pictures? Can you send me pictures of the general science because
What happened?
my laptop died.
Okay. No problem. I will do that. I'll do that. So then we have 1 cotyledon. Monocotyledon, obviously, they have 1 cotyledon. 1 cotyledon and an embryo. Are in the seed. So dicotyledon is 2 cotyledons. Monocotyledons is obviously 1 cotyledon. Then for dicotyledon, the floral parts are arranged. Let me make this bigger. I'll make this bigger. The floral parts are arranged in 4s or 5s or in their multiples. Now, what are multiples of 4 and what are multiples of 4? What are the multiples of 4? Multiples of 4 are what?
4, 8, 12.
4, 8, 12, 16.
4, 8, 12, 16.
20, 24, 28, 34, 28, 36, 40.
Very good. So floral parts are arranged in 3s, or for the monocotyledon, their floral parts are arranged in 3s or in multiples of 3s. 3s or 6s, doesn't matter. So let me just show you an example of a monocotyledon and a dicotyledon. Obviously, we did some examples last week, so I'm not gonna go over them. But peanuts, beans, avocado, those are examples of monocotyledons. And grass, corn, lily, coconut, and wheat, palms, those are examples of monocotyledons.
Is it because they have shells?
No, it's because of the same things we mentioned about the flowers and stuff. So let me just show you what do we mean, right? So let me just show you. So I know you're writing, but I just want to show you the diagram so you could understand what we mean by them. So it's gonna interrupt your writing, but it's gonna be worth it. So let me put this on the other side. So let's say we have, so good, let's put it on this side. So let me show you exactly what we mean. So if we look carefully, we have monocots and dicots. As you can see, this has what? 2 cotyledons, right? This only have what? 1 cotyledon.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes.
You could go back to those slides, please.
Yes, I can, but give me one moment. I just want to explain this.
Okay.
So this one, it has top roots. Remember, one main root, and the other little ones branching. All right. And then the fibrous roots, there's no one main root. All the other ones, all of the roots are just scattered, right? No one main root. This one is vascular, this one is ringed. For the leaf, this one is parallel leaves. But this one is what? Branching. As you can see, it's broad, it's wide. This one is narrow. And then for this one, if you look at the flowers, how many flowers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 flowers or petals. This one has what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a multiple of 3, and 6 is a multiple of 3. Okay. All right. Do y'all understand it now? What we mean?
Yes, sir.
By the
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let's go back to the drawing. So y'all could finish write this down. Okay. So write this down for me, please. Ray Hall, are you writing this down? Where's Ray?
I already finished writing it down.
Ready? Finish writing it down? Okay.
I'm by the last one.
You by the last one, okay.
I'm done.
Finish. Okay, where is Megan Penniman? Where's Megan Megan Penniman?
There's seed.
Megan Penniman? Megan, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Megan, where's Megan? Megan, can you hear me?
Yes.
Do you have this written down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Asia Moxie. Where's Asia Moxie? Asia Moxie. I can't have from Asia Moxie or Asia Moxie, maybe. I can't have from Dwayne Slew, can you hear me? Is your mic working, Dwayne? Dwayne Slew. Dwayne Slew, is your mic working? How about you, Edward? Edward Parker, is your mic working? For those of you who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Where's Edward Parker? Edward Parker. Can't have from Edward. Ethan Adderley. Where's Ethan Adderley?
I'm at Flora Point.
So,
Ethan Adderley, are you there?
yes, I'm here.
Okay. Edward Parker, are you done with your notes? I need you to send your notes.
I sent you my
Edward Parker, I need you to send your notes. Alex Delavo, are you writing this down, Alex? Where's Ren? Where's Ren? Ren, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Ren, did you send in your notes?
I don't like phone on.
You need to use someone else's phone to send in your notes.
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down, Ren?
Yes, sir.
What's your last name?
Williams.
Say it again.
Williams.
But you need to send in your work. You have to send in your work, Ren. So I need you to do that tonight, please. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Tori Miller. Tori Miller.
Yes, sir.
Did you send in your notes?
No.
You need to take a picture of your work and send it to me. Do you know my number?
Yes, sir.
So take a picture and send your picture to send the pictures to my phone on WhatsApp. You need to do that for me, please. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, is there anyone who's finished writing this down?
I have.
I'm finished.
I am finished.
Okay, if you finish writing this and you're ready, send it to me via WhatsApp. Then you can leave. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll
See you
see y'all.
tomorrow by God's grace.
See you tomorrow. God's will.
See you tomorrow.
Have a good night.
Mr. Badis.
Have a good night. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good
Have a
night.
good night. Have a good night.
Thank you and good night, Mr. Petit.
No, thank you as well. Have a good night.
Bye,
Where's
Mr. T.
good night?
Good night, Mr. Pradeep.
Good night. Good night. Say it again. Say it again.
If I could ask you a question before.
Oh, go ahead. What's the question?
I was saying, I was asking if, what do you think is what do you think is the five most important organs?
The what?
Mr. Petit.
What do you think is the five most important organs?
The 5 most important organs?
Yes, sir.
Oh. I would go with the brain, the heart. You need the brain, you need the heart. Then you need the skin. You need the liver. And You need the small intestines. I'd say those my top 5.
I would say the brain,
Uh-huh.
the heart,
Uh-huh.
the liver, the lungs, and the stomach.
Oh yeah, the lungs. Yeah, the lungs. The lungs, that's true. That's true. All right, that's a good one. That's a good one. Have a wonderful evening.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night, good night. All right. The rest of y'all finished with this or no?
I'm just taking a picture of
Yes,
my
sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir, I'm finished.
Finish? Okay.
Good night, Mr. Petit. Did you get my notes?
Good night, Mr. Petit. Have a
Good
good
night.
rest of your night.
Good night, good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night, good night, good night.
Good night, Mr.
Good night, good night, good night, good night.